Hey guys, welcome to my review of Doctor Who Season 11, Episode 4, Arachnids in the UK. In this episode, after the Doctor successfully returns the crew back to Sheffield, apparently the surrounding town of Sheffield is having a little problem with massive spiders. So the Doctor and crew take it upon themselves to figure out how these spiders got so freaking big. This episode was the first episode of New Who, per se, that really freaked me out because I have a unabashed fear of spiders. I hate spiders. So throughout this entire episode, I was just getting chills every time one of those CG spiders popped up. Speaking of the CG spiders, I loved the way they looked. The special effects for these spiders were phenomenal. For the first time, we got some family development with Yasmin's family. I love how the relationship with her sister is so hostile, but not hostile in a bad way, lovingly hostile. So I really appreciated that. I love that her father has dreams of sort of being sort of a master chef, although Yasmin says at one point in the episode, "Dad, you're not a master chef, you're an awful chef." I love at the point in the episode where we finally meet Yasmin's mother. I love how when she first meets the Doctor, she wants to know more about the Doctor, and kind of in a dick move on Yasmin's part, she tells her mother to shut up, which is something that was really kind of really hit me and kind of was really disrespectful. Line of dialogue didn't hit me right, and I also liked the fact that Yasmin's mother was trying to figure out who her daughter was dating at that point, whether it was the Doctor or Ryan himself. Speaking of Ryan himself, once again, you have some great character building moments with Ryan and Graham in this episode. And, in this episode, you really start to feel that they are beginning to grow some sort of bond. In most episodes this season, Ryan has given off the impression that he doesn't see Graham as a potential father figure, but I felt in this episode that he is beginning to soften on that position when the crew finally get to Sheffield, and the Doctor, and Ryan go to check out Yaz's apartment. Graham stays behind, and he goes to the apartment that he had with Ryan's nan. And that whole scene to me was heartbreaking to see Graham go back to his apartment, and he starts to see visions of his wife everywhere, which was really impactful and was really sad and really hit me. Also, I thought the music in this episode was great. For the first time, I really started to notice it. It was really atmospheric. So I really enjoyed that. Now, on to my negatives. The quote-unquote villain of this episode was a parable for Donald Trump. He was sort of one note, and he was sort of a villain through and through. And it kind of disappointed me that after all he did, we didn't see a scene of him getting arrested by the police. On that same note, in Doctor Who episodes in the past, they had a much more grand sort of feel. And what I mean by that is that you saw other people in whatever town the Doctor and her companions were, and you saw other people dealing with the same thing that the Doctor and her crew were dealing with. And this season, it seems like the show wants to be grand, but then again, you don't see too many other people around in the town of Sheffield dealing with this issue. I would have liked to seen more people, deal with the spider problem. The last thing I want to say here is that the spider problem was sort of wrapped up kind of quickly. I felt that the episode was sort of top heavy. The finale just didn't didn't vibe with me. I didn't like the way that it was concluded. With all that being said, my grade for this episode would be a B minus. All right, guys, so that does it for my review of Doctor Who Season 11, Episode 4, Arachnids in the UK. Tell me in the comments what you thought of this episode. But until next time, as always, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.